I really had no idea that breast milk could shoot out like that. Like, that was crazy and a little scary. Also kind of cool. Okay, so we had a really good friend of ours. Her name is Lacey Thompson. Give us the idea that we needed to write down our birth story. Like, everything that we remember from the birth experience. But,
we lose things and we both have bad habits.
Yeah. So we thought that this would be a really good way to share our birth story, remember our birth story, and then hopefully give you guys the same idea.
And it's already like fading away. Like when I watch older videos, I'm like, oh yeah, that happened.
Yeah, like I really want to remember every single detail that I can of this whole experience. Okay, so there we were. Not funny? Okay. It started Tuesday morning. No, what morning was it?
Yeah,
Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday morning last week. We go into our doctor's appointment at like 10:30. First thing they do is take Cassidy's blood pressure and her weight. Blood pressure was a little high, and then they put me in like this doctor's office, and I was like, what the heck's going on right now? I was like super nervous.
They didn't tell them that the other rooms were full.
Her blood pressure was still a little high. They had taken it twice by then. Go into like the doctor room. Is that what they call it?
The room with the table.
Yeah. And we just go over the normal things. Basically, he just says that your blood pressure is a little high.
He's like telling us all the things that could go wrong. Like, we're gonna have you back tomorrow to check again and blah blah blah. So then I start getting nervous and my stress shoots up. Then they take my blood pressure again, and of course it's higher.
We go to the hospital and they just say, okay, we're just gonna monitor you for like 4 hours.
There was one point where it was up to 180 something.
185 is what I saw.
Over what?
Over like 1 something.
I told you, I felt like I was dying.
So within those like 4 hours, they kept on telling us, okay, it's not going down, keeps on going higher. I'm gonna talk to your doctor, but it's highly likely that we're gonna keep you here and induce you. You're gonna have your baby within the next 24 hours.
So then I like called my parents. So I think I'm having a baby today.
We start calling people, trying to figure out what we're gonna do, because we had nothing. We did not have anything with us.
Not even enough snacks in my snack pack.
I know. So yeah, that night I came home, I grabbed everything that I could, and then I got back to the hospital. Game plan was to put her on like a cervix softener, right?
Oh yeah.
Because she wasn't dilated at all.
And I wasn't thinning either.
And then after the cervix softens, they were gonna put her on Pitocin, which helps dilate, right? They predicted that she would be on the cervix softener until 6 o'clock in the morning, and then
like 4 doses.
And then start on the Pitocin. The Pitocin would take around 12 to 18 hours for the full labor.
So then, after only the second dose, it was like what, 11 o'clock? I had a way worse contraction than what was happening, and I just felt like a psh.
I was sleeping at the time, and she's like, Jared, I think my water just broke. So I go over and like I don't know, I guess I didn't know what to look for. Then the nurse came in and there's just like water everywhere.
Yeah, I always wanted to know what that felt like, because not everyone really experiences the it was different.
So as soon as her water broke, they put her on Pitocin, gave her the epidural.
At that point I was at a 2.
Around 3:30, I remember you called Parker and your dad and said, hey, I'm dilated at a 5.
10 minutes later, I felt a ton of pressure down there again. Like, it was progressing, I could feel. So I called the nurse back in. She's like, oh yeah, you're at an 8 now. That was 10 minutes later.
Yeah, and then another
15 minutes later, I was at a 10. And she's like, well, let me call a doctor. We're gonna start pushing soon. And my parents like walked in at like the perfect time.
Yeah.
Made it just in time. Okay, so she called the doctor and, well, it's a blur again already.
Yeah, it just happened so fast.
Like my dad was helping hold this leg up. You were holding this leg up. And then she's like, hey, told me how to push. And then...
Did they say how long the pushing should have been?
She expected
like
it
3
to be
hours.
at least 2 hours.
Yeah. Okay, so side note, during this whole process, Aspen and Parker were supposed to be there to film the birth so then I could be more of a part of it. Unfortunately, like, it just happened so fast.
It happened so fast.
We were just telling them everything the nurse was telling us, and the nurse was saying, yeah, don't worry about it. It's not gonna happen until late afternoon the next day.
Once I got to a 5, she's like, yeah, you probably still won't even start pushing until like mid-morning.
Yeah. So like we thought we were fine, but then she was dilated to a 10 already and she was pushing. So luckily I got like some nice footage before, and then her parents walked in, which was super nice.
Yeah, so we had people holding the camera like so he could
be a part of it.
Hold my leg, watch things, cut the cord. What was that like?
It was such a crazy experience because like everything happened so fast, and then she was here and I was just like, that's my baby.
She came in 4 contractions.
Yeah, 20 minutes of pushing. I don't think people are gonna like you very much after that.
I know, and she's so tiny that it was like, the doctor told me that I need to have at least 10 babies because
it happens so fast.
We'll just start with this cute one.
It was kind of scary too because her heart rate was dropping so fast.
So the cord was wrapped around her neck, and during each contraction, her heart rate would go doo-doo.
Got down to like 58, I remember seeing. Yeah, that was scary. So they had the respiratory team in there. So as soon as Ollie came out, they went and checked her.
It was so good. You can see kind of in the video, he like pulls it off real fast.
The cord,
pulls her out, and then the respiratory team takes her, and I was like, is she okay? Like, say something. Like, I wanted them over there being like, oh yeah, she's turning pink and she's doing good, but nobody's saying anything, so I'm just like,
and I didn't know what to do because
how's my baby?
Yeah, I wanted to see how Cassidy was doing, and then I wanted to see how the baby was doing, so I was just like in between this place.
Could you kind of see that?
Trying to film too.
Could you see that she was doing good though?
Yeah.
Like nobody was telling me. I was like, hello, and it took forever.
Yeah, they like, respiratory team just put her on this in the little thing. I just remember them like pulling her arms and legs, and she was just like moving like a champ. They were cleaning her off and checking her heart, and they were just saying like good positive things.
So somebody should have whispered those positive things to me, because I'm over here like, where's my baby? Is she okay?
Yeah.
And then finally they come and put her on my skin, and this lady is just talking my ear off, and I'm like, this is a special moment, lady. Can I please have a second before you shove all? Like, they're gonna tell me. You don't have to tell me right now.
And they did tell us
because
like 3 or 4 times.
Because she's small, she was telling me like, you have to have her glucose checked every hour.
You gotta keep her warm, and I mean it was good stuff, but just probably not the right moment.
I'm like tearing up, and then she's talking, so then it like fades away, and I'm like, let me hold my baby. And it's funny because after the 20-week appointment, like ultrasound, I knew she was gonna look like this. Like, she looked like her dad. And her face, like, her little chin, like in the ultrasound you could see her little chin and her little, she was just like you.
We did not expect her to have this much hair though.
What do you have to say about it?
Yeah, we've got to take her to her...
Let's hear your side of it. What do you think?
Nothing?
It was a tight squeeze.
Yeah, we've got to take her to her first doctor's visit. We're going a little earlier because
she's so cute and
so tiny, so they just want to check on her, and we gotta hurry. 10:47. Yeah, we gotta leave right now.
Okay. We haven't left the house with her yet. What do we do?
I know, seriously.
Wait, I need to get her dressed still.
Just so you know, the nights have not been too bad. I mean, we're like really, really tired, but we love her. We couldn't be happier. Okay, bye.